we're working our way through the ABCs of environmental law. And A also stands for the Army Corps of Engineers. Now, you could hear that and think it's military, but the Army Corps, and we'll also see it as ACOE or just the Corps, is a federal civilian government agency. And it's usually involved around construction, but it has an important role to play in the world of environmental law. The Army Corps gets its authority mostly from the Rivers and Harbors Act and various flood control acts, but a very big portion comes from the Federal Clean Water Act, and specifically Section 404. That's the part of the law that regulates altering wetlands or stream beds or filling or dredging in waters of the United States. So, what's a water of the United States? That is a loaded question, and we're actually going to get to it when we hit the W's. But in the meantime, what you should know is that the Army Corps plays a major role in deciding what even counts as a water of the United States. And that question goes to what water comes under federal law jurisdiction and what gets federal protection, or what is going to be excluded for the states. So the Corps will decide whether a permit's required, whether a water is protected, and what kind of mitigation you might need for any possible environmental impacts for a project, like whether you'll have to go restore wetlands someplace else. The Army Corps can be a little tricky because its authority both supplements and overlaps with a variety of state agencies and EPA, and it does have a place within formal review of CEQA and NEPA. But that means that these agencies may sometimes be at odds over what needs protection and how. The takeaway is this: the Army Corps of Engineers is not military, and it's not just about flood control or levees. It is a key environmental gatekeeper when land and water overlap. And spotting Army Corps of Engineers issues early can save a project a lot of time, money, and frustration, and also identify those places where you should expect some problems with the state of California and the Army Corps at odds.